Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to another edition of the Android News Byte. Today, I wanted to highlight some news that was published right at the end of last year. It's about the new version of LineageOS, and it includes a new versioning system, some optimization improvements, a couple of new applications, and a few other changes. It's actually rare to see a new version of LineageOS released right before the end of the year, but that's exactly what happened with the new release. Announced on the last day of 2024, LineageOS 22 is finally official. In the blog post, the team talks about this being possible thanks to it being the easiest update cycle that they've seen in years, which has resulted in more devices with new updates on day one. The new update comes with a new versioning system to help align LineageOS with the Android updates that Google is pushing out now. In a previous Android News Byte, I discussed how Google is amping things up this year and will be getting more updates to Android than we're used to. These new updates and the Google quarterly platform releases has made it more difficult for the maintainers of LineageOS. But to help keep things more organized, LineageOS will use subversions for their releases. So that means LineageOS 22 is going to be based on Android 15, but we will see LineageOS 22.1 that will include the first quarterly platform release. QPR2 will be labeled LineageOS 22.2, and so on. And assuming that we see Android 16 QPR2 released in the fourth quarter of this year, then that will be labeled LineageOS 23.2. These big quarterly updates also come with extra work for the maintainers, since they'll be doing check-ins at each one to make sure that the hardware is still working as expected. Now, with this latest update, security patches from March through November of last year have now been merged. Seed Vault and eTAR have both been updated to the latest upstream version. WebView is now based on version 131.0 of Chromium. There have been a number of optimizations for the extracted utilities within LineageOS, but your device maintainer will need to switch to this before it arrives on your hardware. And they've added support for VirtIO targets, which include QEMU, CrossVM, and UTM. But it's important to note that while they may now work on your updated device, they are not actually officially supported. So some bug reports may not be able to be resolved. LineageOS 22 also comes with two new applications. The first is an application called 12. It's replacing an app called 11, which has been their dedicated music app since the CyanogenMod 12.1 days. This new application brings support for the modern Material U design aesthetic. It has proper support for landscape mode and for tablets. It supports many music library server protocols, including Subsonic, Open Subsonic, and Jellyfin. The team has been able to improve the search functionality, and it comes with improved support for Android Auto as well. The updated music application, called 12, also supports streaming protocols like HLS, Dash, and Smooth Streaming. They have added resumption support for both the device reboot as well as new Bluetooth connections. And there are more visualizer presets to choose from, along with a new skip silence feature that you can use. The second application isn't as appealing, but LineageOS 22.1 now has a native PDF reader. This application uses the same Jetpack PDF library that is used within Chrome and the Files by Google application. So if you're familiar with how that works, then you'll be right at home here. Many LineageOS developers have been working on getting new features and security patches for specific chipsets available on a regular basis. Right now, this only includes a few Snapdragon SoCs, but more could be added in the future. The team is also looking to communize other pieces of the software that are added to legacy hardware, which is required for them to work well. This way, duplicate work is less of an issue when building LineageOS for various smartphones out there. Now, updating from LineageOS 21 to version 22 or even version 22.1 should be fairly straightforward. The team talks about how everyone should follow the steps outlined in their wiki on the LineageOS website, but it's important to note that if you are on an official build, then you should not need to wipe your phone in order to install that new update. However, there may be some rare cases when this is required, so be sure to check your device's wiki page to know for sure. I'll be sure to work on some update videos here on the channel, but I can't say for certain when these will be made available. I currently have a huge backlog of work to catch up on, a new phone to create videos for, and a lot of new stuff that I'm waiting to cover here on the channel. So, if you don't mind, be sure to like this video, as it really helps to motivate me to keep working on the channel, and then click that subscribe button for more Android news content like this.